Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Tony here.
And Parker, welcome to another episode of
The Before
and
After
Podcast.
Podcast.
I wasn't sure what you were going to say there. I was worried.
I like to sing. I like it.
Yeah, I like it when you sing.
Oh,
Serenades
do
me.
you?
Mm-hmm.
What's your
My favorite song you sing?
Yeah.
Flight of the Bumblebee. I know there's no words in it, but you just go around. And it's just riveting.
It's riveting.
I never know what's coming next.
I used to, that's how I used to hit on girls back when you could do that, back when you could go out and hit on people.
Right, yeah. That used to be a nightly activity.
Yeah.
Yo, we're going to go hit on some women.
Yeah. Now
we're going to go sexually harass women at bars.
Have you noticed I've been trying to stay into that in that rhythm? I'll sometimes hit on you. I'll be like, back that ass up.
You do, but at the weirdest times. Yeah. I'm playing Red Dead Redemption. And you're like, back that ass up. And I'm like the donkey? What are you talking about?
What can I say? The Wild West gets me hard.
It does, yeah. I love those movies.
Yeah.
Wild West movies. Cool Hand Luke.
Wild West.
That's the best Wild West movie.
Mm-hmm.
That's Westerns, they're like superhero movies, they were up on that rise.
Yeah.
And then they hit Wild Wild West with Will Smith. And then they said, we're done. Francis Ford Coppola was like, what the fuck have I been doing my whole life? I see this.
You have destroyed everything I've built. I don't know why he sounds like a Saturday morning cartoon. But...
I thought that was the Emperor. You've destroyed everything.
Don't plague us.
Yeah.
You were created Wild West.
That's a good impression.
Thank you.
Nice.
But hey guys, because of the whole quarantine thing, we're not going to be able to have guests here at our apartment, but we've been doing Zoom interviews.
Zooming.
And they've actually been really fun.
Zoom, and a boom, boom, and a zoom, zoom. You know that song?
Yeah, I do know that song. It's a good song. But,
I thought you liked to sing.
Yeah, not that song. Classic.
Yeah.
But this week we have a great guest.
Mm-hmm.
It's our buddy. He's been on it before.
Yes. I think only once before?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah.
He lives in LA right now. Me and him started together doing comedy. He is one of my favorite people in comedy. He always makes me laugh.
Yeah.
He has some of the most ridiculous stories. And I think you guys are going to love hearing the stories he has to tell us.
Yeah, he's got new ones.
And they're amazing.
And it's like, he keeps making these decisions, and I'm just like, keep doing it, man. It seems to be working for you. Yeah.
Dude, it seems like most people with the decisions Daniel makes, they would be either in prison, in jail, or like dead in the gutter,
Yeah, yeah.
Not Daniel. It seems
thriving.
Like
Yeah.
His career keeps on just going up and up. So
yeah. So enjoy Daniel Magden.
Holy shit!
It's begun.
The Before.
That's far too much work. Well, that's the nice thing about these new laptops, though, is the webcams don't look too terrible. Like, I mean, I look kind of shitty on my end, but I think my screen's just dirty. Like, do I look super bad? Because we're about to just use our webcams for this new one.
No, it looks great.
Yeah.
Like,
cool.
you look terrible, but like...
Yeah. Hey, do I look better or worse than the last time I saw you?
Better, actually.
Okay, that's good.
You actually look better. I think it's like... not being able to go outside and get ruffled by the LA criminals, you know? Because you're like a little criminal boy now.
I am, but federally now.
Yeah.
Like, now the crimes I commit, I can't even talk about on podcast anymore.
Why?
I guess I could.
What crimes?
Drug smuggling.
Yeah? Smuggling?
Well, that's what it's considered when you get drugs sent through the mail. Is charged as if you were smuggling drugs with a minimum sentence of like, I don't know, a couple of years.
Yeah.
Federal prison.
Yeah. You ready?
I'm ready.
Well, Daniel.
Was that recording, Tony?
Yeah, that was recording.
We'll keep it out.
Oh, I mean that's fun. No, don't cut it out.
Why?
Because it's all a bit.
How do you have drugs sent to you through the mail?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm about to start talking about it on stage, like as soon as I'm allowed to. So I don't see any reason why.
As long as you lie once on stage, you'll have an out forever.
Literally, I was chatting with a friend, and the dark web came up, right? Yeah. And I was like, yeah, I've never used the dark web, but I know a buddy who has.
I've used it.
And
it's great.
And literally, she just goes, yeah, I gotta go. Like, it freaked her out that I know someone who bought Xanax from the dark web.
Oh, a lot of things. I'm about to just make it, because, but the fucked thing about it is, like, you have to, like, leave reviews for it.
Do you really?
I got something the other day, and I forgot to leave a review. So, like, I felt bad that I didn't leave a review for this drug dealer. And then I spent like a while, like, is it 4 stars? Well, it was sent kind of weird, but it was pretty good. So maybe it should be 5 stars.
Yeah.
So that's what's going on for me.
So 5 stars?
5 stars.
Have you read any of the other reviews?
Yeah. They're usually just like a bunch of gibberish. One of the reviews was, oh my God, I'm ODing 5 stars. And they just typed out 5 stars. They didn't.
Oh my God. That's actually, if you think about it, that is a great review for a drug dealer.
What could possibly be better?
That means the drugs were so good, it killed you. Honestly, I want to one day leave that review for Little Caesars Pizza.
Oh my God, I'm ODing.
Oh my God, I'm having a heart attack.
I'm going into diabetic coma. 5 stars.
Yeah.
What is this made of? What did you cut this
I'm about
pizza
to go
with?
into a diabetic coma.
Are you?
Oh yeah, I just ate like 7 pieces of Popeye's chicken.
Jesus.
And I'm sweating right now. Like, I've done so much ketamine this week, and dude, I feel far worse about the Popeyes.
I love the smile you just gave. You gave the smile of like a little boy the first time he like learned how to masturbate. You're like, I had 7 pieces of Popeye's chicken, and then you went.
It was nice. It felt like, because I just got that Trump money. That that sweet Trump
Did you really get it?
And oh yeah, dude.
Oh, congratulations.
And I immediately spent it on drugs and chicken.
Well, it's gone. Yeah.
I paid rent, I bought a bunch of chicken, and I got weed on the way. It's pretty exciting.
And I got weed
God
on
bless
the
America.
way.
Dude, it's delivered. You get it delivered out here.
That's like it's on its way now?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
But it'll take about 3 hours.
Okay, yeah. It's weed.
Like, you order it online. And then it feels like you're just at home, because like you'll be like, hey, let me get some drugs, and then like then like an hour later they'll be like, I'll text you when I'm on the way, and then like 3 hours later they're like 45 minutes away, and then like 70 minutes later they pull up.
Nice.
Honestly, I would love it if they went the extra mile, where it's like the dealer comes, or the guy who works at the smoke shop gets like a fake face tattoo. He's like holding like a fake gun, and he's like driving.
I would be
Give me
really
the experience
happy if he pulled up and was like, hey, do you like want to hang out or something?
Yeah.
You want to play some games of 2K? I'd be like, yeah, I do.
Honestly,
come on in.
Honestly, after this is all done, man, I think we should quit comedy and start that business
of
being like the ex drug dealer. It's like, we sell you pot like it was before.
Yeah.
it's like those 50s themed bars.
You get buzzed in, but it's like you're at the front of an apartment. Like, hey man.
There's a baby crying somewhere in the background. The amount of trap houses I have been in.
I know.
You know that there is good cheap cocaine nearby if there's a baby crying.
Yeah.
One time I walked in and there was a game of Monopoly happening, 2 babies crying, and somebody was frying a pickle. And that was the best cocaine I've ever had.
A whole pickle?
I could.
A whole pickle. They just do it.
Hey, what?
Butter in it, baby. And they were holding the baby while they were doing it. I was there to record some music.
I bet you were.
Daniel, that was the month Daniel was starting his hip hop career. Don't you have like a rap album out, Daniel?
No,
you do. You won't
no,
give me
I
the
don't.
name.
I have a beat tape out there somewhere.
Is it a mixtape? Yeah.
I thought you had a song.
No, I did, but I realized how embarrassing that was and deleted it.
What was your name?
I don't remember.
Do you remember something?
I remember. I'm just not going to
say it.
That
say
is
it.
Far more. What?
Say it.
No, absolutely not. Because look, I will go on stage. I have gone in front of 300 people and talked about shoving Xanax in my asshole. That is less embarrassing to me than the fact that I once had a rap album. A couple of them.
And it should be less embarrassing.
I just love Daniel. I love picturing you walking into a trap house being like, you guys ready to make some beats?
That's exactly what happened. I was like wearing my Fallout shirt, like, hey, fellas. I got some hot stuff here.
I got
like,
FUBU shoes on.
I knew like one of the guys, and we drove up to Dallas to meet up to record at some coke dealer's house. And God, those were the days.
So how long have you been making beats?
Since in high school.
Nice.
Like there was a brief period where I was like, this is how I'm going to make a living.
Oh, wow.
For some reason, that seemed more realistic than stand-up comedy. Now it's just a fun hobby.
I'm the same way.
Yeah, I'm living with I'm living with Dr. Dre Jr. right now.
Hell yeah.
I'll just walk in.
What do you use?
I use Logic, but...
I used to use Logic, but then I fucking broke my MacBook, so now I got to use a fucking stolen copy of FL.
FL's really good, though.
Great.
I've used FL
before.
Yeah,
it's pretty much just a big sampler.
Yeah, exactly. Like you just make samples and then,
yeah. Oh, man. Yeah, but yeah, I've done that for quite some time, and I made an electronic album.
Really?
A long time ago. Oh yeah, that's out there somewhere.
Does it have a title?
I mean, yeah, I'm not gonna say it.
Come on,
yeah, we're trying to promote.
If I had a sex tape out there, like if I had a video of me being anally raped, I would sooner link you guys to that.
But tell us the title of the album.
But Daniel, the thing is,
were you a DJ?
No, I just made the beats. I was like the Dr. Dre. Sometimes I would sing a hook, but it was like all like I'd use like vocoders and stuff. Like, you would never be able to tell it was me, because even then I had the self-awareness to be like, my voice is really lame.
That would be very funny.
It's funny, but what?
That would be funny if you recorded like a song and it sounded like this when you recorded it. It's like, we're going to the ocean. And then you put on one of those voice coders and you sounded like Sia.
Yeah. The Yellow Brick Road.
You just sounded like Sia and you're like, damn, these voice coders have gotten really fucking good.
Yeah.
Dude, those things are tight. I wish I had one of those. I just fucking make robot voices all day.
Right.
Dude, I just wish you would give us the information, because we're not coming at it from like a hateful place. We're coming at it with a thought.
I am.
Yeah.
No, yeah. Very hateful place.
What if you become the next Riff Raff?
Oh, never. Because
I'll kill myself.
It's probably not the most embarrassing thing I've ever done.
What is it?
It's up there. Like, what is the most embarrassing thing I've ever done? There's embarrassing things that happen to you, and then there's embarrassing things you do. Like
Interesting.
The most embarrassing thing that's ever happened to me, I would say, was when or at least top 3 anyway, is one that I haven't told on a podcast before. I got circumcised when I was 13.
Yeah.
And because I was only half circumcised, which is a fun thing.
They just gave up halfway through. They're like, yeah, we're going to lunch.
His dick was too thick. It was the thickest baby dick they'd ever seen.
The top of my dick was perfectly fine. It was bald-headed. The bottom of my dick, it looked like it was uncircumcised. It looked like it had a tongue.
Huh.
Like an olive.
It was freaky. And like it was fun though because you could stretch it out. So like the bottom, sometimes I would just sit there playing with it. It was like just this loose flab of skin on my cock.
Like the bottom of a turkey's neck?
Yes, almost. That's exactly.
He treated it
like silly putty. Like I would put it up against newspapers to see like if it print out Marmaduke.
He treated it like skin-colored Play-Doh. He was building like little house.
Wait, what?
I was molding keys with it, and
and I had to go. I was 13. I had to go to the children's hospital to get the procedure done, and I was like the oldest person at the children's hospital, and it was just. Because like it's so embarrassing. It's hard to go there and like, because like all the nurses were asking me questions like, "Does it itch?" And I was like, "Sometimes, but I just keep itching it." And then like they're like it was wild. But the embarrassing part of it. Oh, fun fact: that was the first time I ever met an Asian person. As he was putting me under, like, because they put you under for it. At least for me, they did. And like,
thank God.
I saw a set of eyes, and I was like, "Those are different." Then I fell asleep.
Those are different.
That was my first time meeting an Asian person, but I had to miss school for like 3 days. And when I came back, all the kids were like, "What happened? Like, why weren't you at school all week?" And I was like, I had to get surgery on my leg," and they're like, "You're playing basketball right now." And I was like,
right.
Recovered quickly.
You're like my third leg.
Yeah. Hey.
I like to imagine though, you go into a children's hospital, you're the oldest one there, because I like to imagine. Had you already started smoking cigarettes by then?
I think I had actually. Maybe that summer I would go on to start smoking.
I like to imagine that you started already and you're outside before your surgery and there's a kid like 8 years old. It's like, "Yes, I'm here because I have cancer." And you're like, "I'm here because my dick has too much skin on it."
My dick don't work, little Billy. And ooh, yeah.
Half my dick looks like an open jar of Play-Doh and we're going to get rid of that.
It looks like some sort of monster. And once you know, it doesn't work to this day. Like, I kind of wish they wouldn't have cut it, because then at least it would still be funny to look at,
Yeah, because that's what you want when you're like having sex with a partner is, I want them to laugh at my dick.
I mean, it's fun to laugh.
I agree with him.
Laughter's the best medicine. Yeah. Maybe it'll cure herpes.
Yeah.
It will?
Maybe.
The closer it is to your mouth while you're laughing, yeah.
Maybe the reason all these corona folks are dying is because they're just joyless. They don't laugh enough. So maybe we need a Patch Adams situation.
Would you like to retake that statement? Because if not, we're leaving it in. Magden says.
I totally agree. Yeah. I agree with you, Daniel.
All I'm saying is I should leave my bong out of your shot.
You're in California. It's fine.
Well, yeah, but I don't know the YouTube policies. Do you guys put this on? What do you guys?
We are going to put this on YouTube. Yeah.
Well, I don't care. It's not my channel.
Come on, Dan. I love how he.
Yeah, I talked him into it. Yeah.
This is good content, and I
couldn't smoke weed while I was at Speedweed Studios, so it's fun to do it on a podcast.
Could you? You could or could not?
I couldn't.
What?
I could vape, but I couldn't smoke weed. But now they do Gen Dug with high there, so I'm like, I don't think it was a weed thing. I think it was a me thing.
Yeah, I think y'all are mad at me. Yeah.
I think
they're cool. I like them.
The difference is the career differences. You know what I mean? Like, you were at LA open mic, and the other guy's Doug Benson. So it's like, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Like, one is famous for smoking weed. One just has a drug problem. Like,
one loves weed.
I love the drink. That was.
Why do you have such a large bottle of water with such a little water in it?
You're running out of water, pal?
I mean, we might, so like, what if like, bam, water shut off, we're on a real, I don't even know where LA water comes from. Probably the tier of migrant workers. So, we don't know how long that's gonna last. So, You gotta keep the large water bottles. I got a couple of these just sitting around. Fill them up with tap water.
That's cool.
Yeah, beating the system.
Do you? I have a quick.
Let you in on a secret. You can fill up.
Doctors hate him.
I like to imagine Daniel just walking through LA, just being like, "This ain't real." You're just pouring out water everywhere. You're just peeing on all of the Hollywood stars except Donald Trump's.
I mean, yeah, I don't want to. I bet you'd get in trouble for that.
Yeah. Honestly, Daniel, I think it's
destroying property.
Yeah.
Daniel, can I make one more case why I think you should try to become a rapper now?
Yeah, hit me.
Because right now, like, the streets are empty, right? You know how cool...
Actually, Tony, I live pretty close to South Central Los Angeles. Let me tell you, no, they're not.
Can I just say how cool...
They are fully operational right now.
The streets are running.
I mean, like, but downtown...
Streets don't stop, don't you know? I mean, downtown.
No, what I'm saying is go downtown. You can go downtown, like Hollywood Boulevard, and you could shoot some cool music videos because it's empty. And it looks like you
could.
It looks like
but fuck all that shit.
Yeah, why would I do that? I'm not. Do you know? I'm not gonna. You could not pay me to. I would have to take a bus down to downtown Los Angeles. You couldn't pay me to get on a bus right now.
Right.
I would rather. I would rather have. I can't think of a fun allegory or metaphor. Allegory is not the word. You guys got me at a real bad time. I'm not gonna lie. I forgot we were doing this podcast. I was eating chicken. I started Goodfellas. I was about to watch Goodfellas. I saw all those Italian names and I was like, oh, I don't know about this.
What's the deal with your hatred of Italians lately?
I mean, it's just fun.
Yeah.
It's fun to feel superior, Tony. Don't you know?
I can't agree because I'm not Italian, but people ask me, they're like, "You Italian?" And I'm like, "Yeah."
Okay, that's because you usually have pasta all over your face.
Dude, this is why I hate this conversation right now. I'm talking to two of my best friends, but then also attack my weight all the time. And the thing is,
I mean, yeah.
And the thing is,
yeah, Tony, because you're not that nice either.
That's true.
I don't remember what it was, but you were roasting me today. And I don't remember what you said because I was hearing, my ears were ringing and I was seeing red. But no, I wasn't that mad.
What did you call me? You called me
I called you the baby of the Cookie Monster and Oscar the Grouch.
Yeah. And the thing is,
that's cute.
The thing is, I'm not that grouchy. I can't get grouchy. I agree with that part. But the thing is, yeah, I love cookies. How else do you think I got this?
No. I meant you eat trash. You inhale trash, Tony.
My thing is,
listen.
You make fun of my diet all the time. Just the other day, you were making fun of me.
The thing is, Daniel, I don't have a great diet, but I look like I could be one of the doctors on the show The Doctors compared to your diet. You literally go, I had 13 ounces of ketamine and 2 bars of string cheese. Like, yeah, I'm compared to that, I'm doing.
I feel nourished. I feel very nourished.
No, but the thing is, I agree with all your statements that you do.
Sure.
But Parker will do this thing where I'll be like 11 and I'm like, I'm going to try to lose weight during this quarantine. And then he'll just be like, you want to get some cookies delivered? And I'll be like, no, I'm good. And he'll deliver it and he'll show up and he goes, I got you some ice cream and a cookie. And then I'm just like, I can't not take the gift.
You gotta take it. Yeah. And it's a trap, you know? Because then, you know, because here's the thing, Tony. You just have a fat guy essence.
Yeah.
So even if you lost a bunch of weight, I would still call you a fat piece. Or even at the least, I would be like, remember how much of a fat piece of shit you used to be? Oh, God. What
miss that guy, right?
Like, what a fat fuck. Jeez.
You used to be so much fun.
You know, I mean, you said such mean things to me.
No, I've said
a drug addict.
We've said
you make fun of my failures constantly.
no. I only make fun of your gambling failures because
Yeah.
you know why though? Is because you'll call me and be like, Tony, I'm down $60 of a gambling, and I'll be like, okay, man, that's fine. Just quit now. And you're like, nah, I'm gonna keep going. And then he'll be up like throughout our conversation, he'll be up like $200, and I'll be like, Daniel, you're up.
I've never gambled that much at a time.
I'm just saying.
I've never had $200.
I don't have that much money.
Today you told me you had like 130. You were up.
I won 130.
Yeah,
I was up 130.
And then you lost it all.
But I put in 20. Yeah, then I lost it.
Because then
that was pretty as fast as it comes.
Literally, we've had a conversation where you're like, okay, I'm just gonna get up to like 110 or 100. And then I'm going to stop. And you got to 100. I'm like, cool, stop. And you're like, okay, I will. And then we're still talking. And then you just go, God damn it. And I just go, what? And you're like, well, I'm down 60 now.
Because I have this patriotic thing about me where, I'm an American. You know, and I think an American could do anything they put their mind to. So if I, say put $20 to $50 on a South Korean gambling website, I believe that I can turn that money into a fortune, into an honest to God fortune. So when I went from $20 to $100, I was like, these are my dreams coming true. I'm like those great American heroes. I'm like O.J. Simpson. I'm like fucking, who is the Wolf of Wall Street?
Yeah.
Jordan Belfort.
Yeah, that guy. Yeah, he's a cool guy,
I like
criminals.
What if Parker, what if Daniel doesn't realize it's actually not a South Korean website, it's a North Korean website? And he's just funding Kim Jong-un's bank account.
Do you play online?
Oh yeah.
Are you not worried that there's an algorithm working against you? Of
course there's an algorithm working against you. That's why I had to stop down it. But in the moment, I genuinely convinced myself because my shit is like the blackjack. Because there's no table, so you can just fucking rapid do hands.
Right.
And sometimes it'll let you win a lot, but it's pretty obvious because there was a point where I was talking to Tony and I was like, man, this robotic dealer is so lucky. He just got 5 blackjacks in a row. It's like the more money I put down, the more he wins.
But dude, I think the thing is,
I thought I would beat the algorithm.
Yeah, I realized though.
I think you still can.
I probably can. I mean, I got time. I got that Trump money. Ooh, I might do some gambling.
No, we just
relapse.
I bully him. I bully him so he stops gambling because I'm like, Daniel, you're losing money, and then you go like, you know what? I think you can do it.
Yeah. I mean, I saw Uncut Gems, and that was it for me.
He dies at the end. Spoiler alert.
Yeah.
Well, he won't do that part. He's not going to do that part.
That's not the movie you based upon.
Pretty sweet up until then. Up until he, got in trouble with, the mob and stuff. His life was pretty sweet.
I feel like that's how the movie opened.
What?
That's how the movie opened.
Yeah,
and in the second scene, he's in trouble with the mob.
Kevin Garnett.
Dude, there was a gambling movie I recently watched. It's with Ryan Reynolds and the bad guy from the Rogue One movie. He was also in Ready Player One. He was the bad guy. He's like the new Disney go-to bad guy.
I never saw Ready Player One.
But he's a good it's a decent movie. But it's about this guy who's a gambling addict, and he goes on this road trip with Ryan Reynolds, and he's just losing constantly. And it's this great fucking story where you see this. It's this addict and how he deals with the addiction. He tries to steal money from his ex-wife while saying oh, I just want to see our daughter. He gets caught, and it's building up to this really sad movie. And then at the end, literally out of nowhere, the last 5 minutes, he just wins $3.2 million. And then you're just like, so is this a movie about gambling addiction or about perseverance?
Perseverance. If you just keep pushing it, one day you're gonna hit that jackpot. Yeah. One day.
Because
someone hits it every day.
Yeah. No, because I know I have a gambling I have an addictive personality, and that's why I'm the kind of guy where it's like I have to pull out 100, then go put my wallet in my car because I know if I have it on me, I'm just pulling out more money. But it's like,
oh yeah,
the whole time I'm watching this movie going like, yeah, Tony, maybe we need to stop gambling. And then the last 5 minutes while the credits are rolling, I'm just like, do I want to go to WinStar right now and just try? Like,
did you go to WinStar? No, dude, it's all about the online gambling. And like the stuff I use, like the site I use, they even have like live tables. So they got like these slave women just playing roulette for you. And then you can fucking put down on the roulette. So that's like not nearly as rigged. Like that shit's pretty sweet.
Yeah. What do you mean
I'll send you a link, Parker. You look pretty intrigued.
I love roulette.
It's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
It fucking rules.
I went on a cruise and I like was playing roulette like the whole time. And then the last day I still had like $55 worth of chips. I put it all on black odd and hit. And then I left. It was fucking awesome. I love roulette.
That fucking rules. Because when gambling goes well, it's the greatest fucking feeling in the world.
It's amazing.
Like when it goes badly, it's honestly kind of a good feel. It's just so exhilarating. But my problem is, like, no matter how much I love gambling, I'm too addicted to cigarettes and drugs to fully, like, every time I lose, like, I'll only gamble like $20-40 at a time. Every time I lose, I'm like, I could have killed myself a lot quicker.
Yeah. I know what you mean. Yeah, you start doing that. Man, that was 2 grams. Yeah.
Exactly.
My thing, though, it's weird because that's why I like when I go to the casinos, like playing like the lower tables, because if you go to the like $5 table blackjack, everybody's having a good time. Even if we lose, we're like, we'll get them next time.
Yeah,
it's like
exactly.
But dude, I've played in those $25 hand tables, and it's like, whoa, it gets dark pretty fast where you're like, stay, and you're like, hit, motherfucker, I need the next go. And you're just like, I'm sorry. Yeah. And you like, people will yell at you, and like, I've seen a guy get kicked out, and it's like, it gets scary, and it's like, because I know he had just lost like his house, and I'm just like, oh, I lost $50. And he's just like, he's not having it.
Yeah, it's crazy when you watch, like, because, like, I have a friend who, like, gambles, like, for real. And I stood there. I was betting, like, $1, $5 on blackjack. I watched him win and then lose about $600. Yeah. And I was like, that's a lot. Like, that's kind of much. Like, but I bet that feels so fucking good. Think about the tingle in your balls.
Yeah. Just that like, roller coaster ride of up, then do. Yeah.
That's the best part about it. Going from $20 to $120, right down to $3, and then you get it back up to $40, and you're like, I'm a fucking genius. And it's all gone. It's always all gone.
The first time I played Jack Black, I did $20 and lost it in less than 5 seconds. And I was like, all right, this game's not for me right now. Yeah.
Dude, it was so funny. When I went to Germany to go visit my mom, she hadn't been to a casino in a while, so she's like, fuck it, let's go to a casino. So me and my mom went to this casino, and it's so funny because you know how trashy the casinos look in America?
Right.
Where it's just like white trash, just like, we're putting it down.
Crawling around somewhere.
Everything is just covered in like cigarette ash and everything.
There are birds in there somehow.
Dude, we walked in and it looked like a scene from Casino Royale. And like they have a dress code, so I had to wear like my suit. And it was
That's tight.
But it was fucking dope. And like I'm sitting there, and this Irish guy next to me had just lost like $100 or like 100, 200 euro in one hand. And I sit there and he goes, I can tell like you're going to change my luck. And then we both won like 400 euros in like half an hour. And then we just became best friends going from table to table. And it was like the coolest experience, but it's
gambling builds friendships. It's a great thing.
It breaks families. But,
that's our advertisement for this episode. Do you want less family but more friends? Gambling.
Dude, gambling fucking rules. I've been me and my roommates will play poker sometimes, but money's kind of tight these days with the world ending and whatnot. So we just do prison style, where we just bet on cigarettes and drugs and
I love
Pop-Tarts and whatnot. It's tight. I won like 3 Newports and a half a Xanax the other night. It ruled.
Dude, what a fun night!
It was a great night.
Do you guys
listen to trap music for hours, dude?
That's the best thing to do when taking Xanax.
It's something about Xanax, and like I used to not like trap music. Then I was high on Xanax one night, and Young Thug was playing, and I was like, I get it.
Yeah. Same thing happened to me, but with Lil Peep.
I still haven't gotten into that.
Yeah. Well,
there's something about white rappers with face tattoos. I just can't. I feel like I'm going against the movement.
Yeah,
when I let them be.
Also, do it like I feel like Post Malone did it right, where he already had a career, he had a few hits, and then he started getting the face tattoos. Where I was like,
you get the face tattoos.
I get it, dude. There's a guy
that shows that you're insane and bad with your money, not.
But there's not just insane.
Yeah. There's a guy that lives in DFW where he followed me, and it's not good music either. It's like screamo rap. It's like, and it's just not. It doesn't appeal to any fan bases, and I could tell. But he has his whole face covered in tattoos, just like, and not good ones either. And it's like
they never are.
And he posted a picture.
More money.
He posted a picture being like, "I get these tattoos, so it gives me a reason to make it." And it got 7 likes, and I was like, "You're not making it. You're not making it right now." Like,
when you have to put tattoos on your body to motivate you to make it, you're past the point of making it.
Yeah.
You're past the point.
I have tattoos on my body because I'm insecure of how I look. I was like, maybe the tattoos will make me look skinnier. There's a reason.
Your tattoos just keep getting bigger. It's like the introduction of HD. It's like it's like the beginning of a 3D movie where the screen pops out.
Just lines over lines.
Honestly, I'm honestly lucky about that. My arms are like the last place that like gain weight. It's like the bottom of my legs and my arms. So I'm like, okay, this cowgirl still looks healthy. She's gonna be fine,
She hasn't warped yet.
Yeah.
I saw a dude on the bus a couple months ago, and he had the money, like the dollar sign, tattooed on his face.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But he didn't have money to pay for his bus fare.
So
he
hey,
just argued
listen
with
to
the
this.
bus driver until she
listen
let him
to this.
The poetic irony. Yeah.
Exactly.
What?
I was like, maybe get the bus fare first.
Yeah.
Maybe get the dollars first.
Or maybe use the money.
It was a fresh tattoo.
Yeah.
You got it that day. Spent my last $20.
I had a friend once call me and be like, "Hey man, can I borrow $70?" And I go, "Why?" And he goes, "Oh, I made a tattoo appointment and I need $70 to pay for the tattoo." And I was like, "You don't get the tattoo."
Yeah.
You don't get. Like my thing is like every time I've gotten one, I've used it like from like a bonus from work or whatever, because it's like
or
extra
from money from your parents.
No.
Yes.
Daniel,
Yeah.
I'm kidding.
You make these jokes sometimes that my dad supports me financially. Every time you make it, I'm just like, I wish.
Dude, I know. People say that about me all the time. Like, people out here thought I was like I have like rich parents or something.
It's the attitude you give.
Yeah.
My comedy would be so much worse. Like I would be so much happier if that was
No,
the case.
Yeah.
Daniel, it's until you get on stage, because you seem like you come from money, because you seem like you come from like old money, and your parents are like,
Ow.
just listen. You're like, because you have a rebel personality where you decided to dress like a trailer, like a trailer park boy. Because you're like, I ain't going into the banking system. I'm going to become one of them scum. Like, you seem like you could be Larry the Cable Guy's, like, brother. Or, like, son. Like, yeah.
Like I'm just some eccentric trust fund kid.
You're like, the black sheep of, like, the third cousin from the Coca-Cola family. You're like...
all over me. God damn it. That's not fun.
You got what on it?
Yeah, because I took too big of a drink of this cartoonishly sized bottle of water. And I started to kind of waterboard myself.
Honestly, you should put like a pacifier on the end of it and just like
that would be tight.
Yeah, I love how just legit you were. That would be dope. They have to make that. That's on Amazon for sure. I'm buying one tonight.
Sippy cups? Come on, man. Who doesn't miss a sippy cup? You throw it around, it doesn't spill.
I love a straw.
Why do only kids get sippy cups? Drunk, fucked up adults spill shit way more often.
Yeah, could you imagine drinking beer out of a sippy cup, though?
It's
all foam.
I mean, beer's gross, but...
Like a mixed drink?
A mixed drink would be nice, like a mimosa.
Just
like some liquid codeine in a sippy cup, that'd be great.
I would just
That's your rapper thing, dude. That's you. That's... I was going to say that I think that Reefer Sadness would be a very popular rapper today. Just in that Juice WRLD lane, you know, like...
Oh no!
My name is
rapper
Daniel.
name back in the day.
No, this would be your song. My name is Daniel, and I like to gamble. I have a real problem.
That's hot.
South Korea just built a new building because I won't stop playing blackjack. Dude, honestly, dude, Little Baby. There's Da Baby.
Record.
You're Lil Baby.
Lil Baby's already a thing.
There's already a Little Baby, right?
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
And there's Da Baby also.
What about Big Baby?
I bet it's out there.
I'm sure there's a Big Baby.
Yeah.
No, I'm telling you,
I'm sure
Reefer
there's a
Sadness is a rapper name.
I like Reefer Sadness actually as a rapper.
No, yeah. I mean, Reefer Sadness apparently doesn't work as a podcast name. So I don't know how transferable that is.
It's like a hip-hop collective.
Honestly, though, man,
Yeah.
one thing I think, you say your podcast isn't working, but like genuinely, because you know how when you're friends with people and there's some people are like, hey, do you listen to my podcast? And it's one of those things where I will just push play on it, but not listen to it just so they get the listen. But you're honestly, and this is not me like shit talking, people should go listen to Reefer Sadness because I genuinely laugh out loud. Like genuinely.
I appreciate that. I've never listened to a single episode of this show.
Oh, I didn't expect it. I'm not. I don't expect you to do it.
If it's any consolation, I haven't listened to Reefer Sadness.
Yeah.
So yeah, Tony's the only good person.
You've gotten more LA comics on your show than I have.
You know why, Daniel? Because we don't publicly shit on them. You know what I mean?
That's how you do it.
Yeah. He'll be like, this comic name drop is the worst piece of shit ever. And honestly, I don't get why he doesn't.
That's Evan.
Okay.
That's my co-host Evan. He drops names, and we're trying to get away from
You literally just name drop. You literally just name drop.
That's my co-host Evan Berkowitz.
Him every week, and
You're just like, I'm not going to name drop anymore, but my co-host Evan, that piece of shit.
Yeah, that guy sucks, but no, we're good pals. We do a podcast every week, Reefer Sadness on all platforms. But when are you releasing this? In a week or two?
No, you're tomorrow.
I'm tomorrow?
Yeah.
Shit. Well, in about a week's time, I have a new podcast with my pals, Jeff Eggleston. And he's my pal. We go on the road together, you know, whenever we go out. And then my pal Jeremy McKiernan, he's Norm Macdonald's opener.
Nice.
He's a good pal. We're all doing a new podcast called Slam Chowder.
Ooh.
And pretty excited about it. That I don't know if that name's gonna stick out. If we're gonna stick.
I like that name, Slam Chowder.
Yeah.
There's no way I'm the only person that's thought of that, though. I mean, it's not the name of a podcast. But like,
it's definitely the name of a dope chowder place.
Either
in Boston.
A dope chowder place.
Yo, you been to Slam Chowder?
Yeah.
Yeah.
or Chowder slamming.
Or
we're in Brooklyn.
or a jazz band that does 90s covers. Slam Chowder, yeah. Hit me, baby. You know?
Dude, I was watching this documentary about Miles Davis.
Yeah.
You know, he was a jazz musician. And I learned something, fellas. If you're really good at playing jazz, like if you're just the shit at playing the trumpet, if you can go just all that shit, you can beat your wife. But then, 30 years later, a camera crew will make her tell everybody how great of a guy you were. Like,
that's brilliant.
Do you think Ray Rice watched it and goes, God damn it, where did I get this?
Like her eye is still fucked up and she's like, the melody.
As she's looking at two different things.
Jesus. That's always weird. Especially because I know he didn't direct the documentary or something, but sometimes
Miles Davis, no, he's dead.
I know he's dead, but sometimes you'll watch documentaries and then you're like, oh, this guy's actually a good guy, and then at the end of the doc, it's like directed by that guy, and you're like, you can't tell that, you can't do this story.
Yeah, Taylor Swift's documentary really makes Taylor Swift look great.
Yeah,
I'm a big fan now. I've been convinced.
If I made a documentary about Taylor Swift, she'd probably look like a heartless fucking bitch.
I know, yeah.
Yeah.
There'd just be a movie about her not returning my phone calls.
Honestly, a movie about Taylor Swift directed by any kind of incel wouldn't make her look great.
I am not an incel.
I was equally as offended by that for you, Daniel.
Yeah.
You're not an incel. I don't
just
fraternize
I spend
with
half of my time on my podcast talking about how women won't sleep with me. That doesn't mean I'm an incel.
Literally, Daniel.
It's the act.
I'm dumb.
Daniel, what I love is anytime I do like a joke about you, you'll be like, no, I'm not that. And that's why I just pause, because within the next 30 to 60 seconds, he will prove my point. Because with me, when you call me fat and stupid, people instantly already know.
I don't call you stupid. I just call you fat. You're one of the smartest fat guys I know.
There's not a lot of them.
We're not that. Yeah.
Food.
I mean, you were smart enough to not get fat, but you were...
That is me when I wake up. The first thought in my brain is just like, food. Eat. Honestly, Fat Bastard in the Austin Powers movies, I was like, oh, this is the protagonist. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Like, this is the good guy.
God, what other... I was watching this documentary about Bob Weir from the Grateful Dead.
Yeah.
And they were talking about how he met his wife, and she was like, I was 13 at one of his concerts, and then I met him backstage, and then we were friends for many years, and then we got married the day I turned 18. I was like, I don't think that's how that worked.
It's called being groomed. Yeah.
But yeah, but that put me at a very in a very difficult stance, because I'm a bit of a deadhead, because you can't really talk about good vibes and love and peace when you're fucking 13-year-old. It's like, that's not a very peaceful thing to do. And
in 5 years, Millie Bobby Brown's going to say the same thing about Drake. So, yeah.
We just got married.
Yeah. We were great friends for so long.
Oh, God.
Because the grooming process, I think, especially in celebrity, is weird. Because you just meet...
Go on.
No, I think it's fucking strange because it exists. It fucking exists. It's fucking strange.
That's my whole thing about, like, the Michael Jackson, like Michael Jackson. Like, I was watching that really cool movie about him fucking those kids. It was really neat. And
Jesus. Yeah, you were watching the movie.
Man, why did I lose my podcast deal? I don't get it. But like, there was like so many clips of like Michael Jackson as the most famous man in the world, walking down the street at like parades and stuff, just holding hands with a little boy.
Yeah.
Like, and everybody was just like, they're friends. He's compassionate. Like, that's not...
I always thought the kid was dying.
No, that came later. That came after the first batch.
Dude, it's kind of
first batch.
It's kind of like
he got smarter. He was like, we got to find some kids who can't talk.
He changed up his molesting ways. He realized he needed to get the kids with an expiration date because the other ones had a bit of a loud mouth.
Oh yeah,
but dude, it just proves that like the entertainment media is just stupid because. Like when Britney Spears went nuts, people are like, "Oh, shaved all her head. Is she joining a metal band?" You're like, "No, she's obviously going nuts.
Yeah.
Like
she's mentally ill."
Yeah.
You know, she was kind of hot with the bald head, though.
Yeah.
I think a lot of girls can pull it off. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, I like this. It's a very trashy thing. But something I'm a fan of is girls when they have half of their head shaved, but like the side shaved bald, because that means that they're very vulnerable.
Yes.
And, no, I'm kidding.
Yes, it does. Yeah. Jesus. Say it because
that means
true.
They're definitely trashy enough to sleep with me.
Yeah. Daniel,
someone just went through a mental breakdown. What's good?
Daniel, just little dating advice from someone who shouldn't be giving out dating advice.
Absolutely.
Don't walk up to women and be like, "Hey, you vulnerable right now?"
No, I can see it in their multicolored hair dye. That's
yeah.
Oh man.
I don't know if there's a delay in this or if
there was a delay for a second. Yeah.
Because I said that and then Parker looked at me. like real unsettled.
No, the thing was fucking up. Yeah.
Honestly though, Daniel, I just feel like every time you try to go flirt on a woman, it just becomes the hunt for Red October. Because you're just like a little redheaded kid. You're like, we're gonna do this. I'm the Russians and she's America.
The process of me flirting with a woman is about 20 minutes of me trying to figure out what I'm gonna go say to her, and then her leaving before I can say anything to her. And then that's it. That's me flirting with a woman. Or I'll just awkwardly talk to them at open mics for 2 months and then be like, well, I guess she's not into me, and then never again.
Dude, I'm the opposite, where I'm okay on the initial, right? I'm like, fuck it. If she says no, it's a no. But then once it's working, my brain just freezes and it just keeps on telling them like itself, like, Tony, why the fuck is this working? We didn't think it was going to work. We're running out of ideas. Stall. And I'll be like, so you drinking tonight? And she's like, yeah, we're at a fucking bar. And I'm like, me too. And then they'll be like, yeah, you're here standing right next to me.
You like board games? Yeah.
Dude, the most painful is
you vulnerable?
I read somewhere that your hair tells me you're vulnerable.
Yeah. My friend Daniel, who's really good with the chicks, says when you're half bald, but only on the side, but also have different hair color, you'll sleep with me.
Are you a prostitute? Or a drug addict? Because it's one of them.
Dude, so my dad called me the other day.
Yeah.
And he was all liquored up as he tends to be. Uh-huh. And he's like, son, so I've been brainstorming something. And flights are so cheap right now. So I think me, you, and your brother should go to Laughlin, Nevada and go gambling, and I'll get you your first whore. No, he didn't say whore. He said, I'll get you a hooker.
Oh. And
I said, I said, most of that sounds like a good time, Dad, but you don't have to be there if I go get a hooker. Like, I'm not, but I was like, I said, my dad was like, we can go gamble and we can get some hookers. And I said, Dad, I don't want to go get whores with my father. And he said, they're not whores. They're prostitutes. It's legal.
He was like, son, you're going to respect these women.
Honestly,
He said, and I quote, he said, it's a sin if it's illegal. And I was like, I don't think that's how it works, Dad. He goes, it's the Jewish law.
Daniel, I've
My
heard
dad only gets kosher prostitutes.
That's right.
Daniel, because you've told me stories about your dad, and I think it's funny that your dad's more of a feminist than you are.
Oh no, for sure. He when I was like, because he lived in Vegas for most of my childhood.
Oh, did he really?
Yeah, so he was just like this Vegas guy. Like he was a chef at he was one of the main chefs at like one of the bigger casinos. I don't remember which one.
Oh, that's
like,
badass.
He was just like this Vegas guy, and he would just get whores all the time. And when I was like 9 or 10, he would tell me the difference between black whores and white whores. And
Love it.
And yeah, and I remember I was like 12 or 13. And I was like, you know what, Dad? I want to get a whore. And he, I call them prostitutes because, I didn't want to upset him. And he was like, my dad was like, you know what, son? Okay. And so he picked up his phone and then he dialed a number and then he goes, Peaches? He goes, I need you to come by. And then he just hung up the phone. And then for about 45 minutes, he was real drunk and high on K2. And he spent about 45 minutes like giving me and my brother a speech about well, you guys are about to become men. You guys are, and then he laid down the law of like what to do with the hooker. It was like, never put it in their mouth or go down on them. Black ones are better because they're cheaper. That's a thing he told me.
That was a quote, not my
that's
personal
straight from
views.
The consumer. I didn't.
Yeah. Okay.
And he, God damn it. And he said that crabs is the most curable disease on the planet. In that order.
Yeah.
And me and my brother were like freaking out, like, because we were like kids. We were like, I don't actually want to have sex with a prostitute while my dad, like, I'm paid for by my dad. Like, that's fucking ridiculous. So like, we were freaking out. We were like crying and stuff. Just
what if your dad,
what
if you started crying? Your dad's like, good, use that as lubricant.
It's
He's
great.
not that funny. He's not funny enough. But I mean, I guess in the long run, he was really funny because it was all a prank. He didn't act. There was no hooker named Peaches. That was just a name he made up. Like
he's
he
a
just
genius.
wanted to watch us cry.
Honestly, though, the thing is, you did say a statement, and because you said he smoked K2, and it's not a sin if it's legal.
It's not a sin if it's legal.
So at the end of the day, he was a good father because he was not doing anything illegal.
Yeah, I mean, that was during the 2 weeks of the year he had visitation, but yeah.
Yeah. He's like, damn it, I gotta go see him. I can't do blow every minute. This sucks.
Peaches.
I'm gonna fuck with this kid about hookers.
Well, the thing is, I'm pretty sure Peaches was a real prostitute. I'm pretty sure Peaches was...
He didn't make that name up. Yeah.
Man, it was so funny because I was like... Because when he called me the other night and he was like, let's go to Laughlin. Let's go do some gambling. And I was like, Dad, I'm not going to go anywhere now. But if you want to get the tickets and stuff for the summer, we can go in the summertime, like August, because things will probably be okay by then. And he goes, can we smoke crack with a black hooker? And I said, we sure can.
When we go to Disney World, can we?
It was the most I ever connected with my dad because I was like, I'll smoke crack.
Especially with a black hooker with my dad.
Only with my dad and with a black hooker. That's the only way I would smoke crack. Is
Same.
All three of them.
With your dad and a black hooker.
That's too good of a story.
Yeah. To turn it down, yeah.
That's 20 minutes for the type of comedy I do. That's 20 minutes.
I like to imagine you guys get there. You each take a hit of the meth. Daniel's holding it last. He takes a hit and then goes, Peaches, are black whores really cheaper? And she goes, yeah, Daniel. And you all look into the camera and it just says, the Magdens are... is performed in front of a live studio audience.
I mean, ABC's looking for a replacement for Modern Family, and I think
Magdens.
The Magdens.
I think the Magdens have a pretty good chance of.
They're just a wacky white trash American town.
Modern Family meets It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
I mean, I did write this as a sitcom, and
honestly, dude,
pitch that pilot, but
there's an episode where you're like, I got the $1 billion idea. Pacifiers on adult beverages.
I mean, that's a good idea. Like, that's not a bad idea. Like, I might start selling that as merch.
That's smart.
Honestly, that wouldn't. I bet you people would buy it.
People would absolutely buy that because, like, I'm a fucking dumbass. I get fucked up on drugs and I spill drinks all the time. If I had some sort of sippy thing, like a lid of some sort, that'd be fucking dope, man.
Yeah, I just feel like you're really passionate about this, and you should get behind it. Yeah,
that was the boardroom pitch right there.
Yeah. Hey, do you do Xanax? Do you get fucked up? You spill shit, don't you? Here's this. You need it.
It's genius. It's genius. Come on.
Look. Bam! It's spilled. Nothing's coming out. You suck on it. Shit comes out.
I need more money so I can gamble in South Korea.
Guess what? We got it for bottles. We got it for cans, huh? You got a draft. We got it for pints as well. 3 packets, $20.
I canceled a trip to Nevada with my father to smoke crack with black hookers to be here. So if you're not buying, I'm leaving.
And they'll be like, this is a check cashing. And
Daniel, thanks for being on the episode, buddy. Daniel, do you have anything to promote?
Reefer Sadness with Evan Leslie Jones every week. And coming up, starting next week, probably later on this week, probably by Friday or Saturday, we're going to have Slam Chowder with me, Jeff Eggleston, and Jeremy McKiernan. Follow me on Daniel Magden on everything. Look up my TikToks. I got a lot of TikToks. I got stricken down though for saying the R word, which is not great.
Yeah.
Bad
I got so at least I went to bed at 70,000 views, and I never got to see how high I climbed. I'm still mad about that to this day.
That was the day Daniel Magden almost became Dane Cook.
God, I know.
Could you bleep it out? And then re-upload?
I mean, I could. I think it does. I don't think it has the same punch.
Right, yeah. It doesn't.
Because, I mean, the whole punchline is the fact that, I'm saying it. But I'm starting to think that maybe it's a bad idea to say it as much as I have because it's very funny. But, I was like, I think I was talking to Tony.
Yeah.
I think it was you that said this. And I was like, man, none of the girls who I do comedy with are interested in me at all. Like I can't. And he goes, yeah, because you have a bit about being too retarded to eat pussy.
No, it's not. Like, the bit isn't that you're too to eat pussy. You lied to the women saying that's why you don't eat pussy. You're basically saying I look like I'm disabled, but also I use my look to lie to you, so I don't have to do things that you like.
You gotta change that bit to I love eating pussy.
Yeah.
I love eating pussy so much I'm retarded about it. Like it's a real mental disorder.
Retarded for pussy.
Yeah. You put that pussy in front of me and I'm like
I go down on you. I start making train sounds. It becomes all.
I grow an extra chromosome. I'm pretty sure I eat one of yours.
It's like that movie. What is it? Where if they have sex, they transfer the disease.
Yeah, It Follows.
It's like It Follows, but you just make the other person autistic after you eat them out. You're like, you're autistic now until you go down on someone.
By the time you come, you're like, I like train.
I like train.
buddy. This was fun, man. Thanks for being on.
Of course, man. Thanks for having me.
Stay safe. We love you.
Love you too, buddy boy.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Hey,
Daniel. That's fun.
Hi, thank you for listening to the Before and After podcast. Make sure to rate and subscribe. Come on. Before and After. Hey.